it really doesn't matter the mayor. Like when you talk to the mayors, they will all tell you the same thing. We're doing our part. We're pushing as hard as we can. We're delivering the housing that's needed. It doesn't matter if it's Oak Bay or West Vancouver or Coquitlam or Burnaby or Surrey or Vancouver. They all say the same thing. Everyone wants to be seen to be doing this. I think they believe that there's political support for improving housing availability, but the actual results are the problem. And you know, I could rhyme off, and probably will before we're done, many projects that are stalled. And so my project right now has been to educate as best as I can the city councils and the communities about why we need this housing. 100,000 people moved here last year. That was a 60-year high of people moving here from other provinces and other countries. It just hasn't happened in 60 years. Happened at the same time as the MLS listing service had their lowest level of inventory in December that had ever been recorded in the history of the Metro Vancouver MLS service. And so trying to impart to these folks the need for housing, our government funded housing needs studies for local governments so that they could have an idea. City councils, if you have the opportunity to speak to them, and I know there are a lot of people in the room who have, are like just this side of volunteers. Many of them have other jobs. They don't have any background in understanding what the population demand is, what the housing needs are in their communities, what's a reasonable ask of someone who's proposing to build housing, what isn't. And so a group of people around the table start listing all these things they'd like to see, and maybe we should take 5 floors off, and like maybe the shadow on the park is a problem, and what color is that shed gonna be? And then before you know it, 8 years are passed. So this is the work we're doing with municipalities to try to drill down on what can we do. And I've said if we can't arrive at a solution that we can all agree to, then the province will probably have to take action to address this, because otherwise it's not going to be addressed.